Hey everyone, my name is McLean Rayleigh, and I will be debating why I think that social media has had a negative effect on our society. So, social media is technology that has become ubiquitous to modern life in the last decade. It has changed the way people interact with each other, allowing people to share from thousands of miles away messages, images, videos, and so much more. But not many people think about the unintended consequences of this technology and how it affects our society. So, while more people are connected than ever before, are they really connected in a meaningful way? So, I'm going to look into how social media has maybe affected us in a mental way, as well as its effects on, teens, young adults, and society at large. So, one of the first problems I would say caused by social media is that even though it allows us to remain connected with friends, family, and keep up with recent news, a lot of people tend to use it as their main form of social interaction. So the problem is that it can't really replace true connection in real life, and as such, people's drive for validation can lead them to feeling empty inside. And this emptiness and inferiority to maybe people they see online contributes to a sense of anxiety and depression among these people. And it can also cause FOMO, or fear of missing out. So people will keep looking and constantly going on social media to check on their friends and see what they're doing for fear of missing out on something. But this also can contribute to that anxiety and depression, because people feel like either they constantly have to be as good as someone else or as many likes as someone else. So according to the Child and Mind Institute, the rate of depression has gone up among teens and young people because of these very issues, especially since the popularization of smartphones. So, and despite the social media being the cause of this anxiety, many people affected will keep using it, fearing that they won't receive social validation or happiness if they don't keep going. And this leads to another point about how this drive for validation contributes to social media addiction. So, Dr. Ophir Terrell from California State University estimated that about 10% of Americans can be at risk for this type of addiction. Social media basically can affect the brain's reward system, such as like getting likes on your post or a ton of comments gives you a little bit of a feel-good chemical called dopamine. And the brain, as this keeps happening, can become addicted to the sensation. So social media addicts will continue to scroll through posts over and over, searching through this feeling. And if they can't get as many likes or whatever, they may just use this more and more and more until they get the same feeling, especially after they build a tolerance to it. Because a tolerance will mean they need more to get the same level of feeling as they did before, like a drug, basically. The most at risk are, again, kids whose minds are more malleable and susceptible to addiction. And even a 2017 Harvard study shows that social media addiction can lead to effects in users' real relationships and decreased academic performance as well. So these are two things that both contribute heavily to issues in young people and teens. But one of the biggest issues is not just addiction or the anxiety and depression surrounding it, but cyberbullying, which, according to Pew Research, says that nearly 59% of teens have experienced some form of cyberbullying. And unlike normal bullying, the bully can be completely anonymous And the damage they can do can be a lot more widespread to the openness of the internet and the inability to get rid of what's posted. So people who may be targeted by cyberbullying feel they have no way to escape it, or feel like their lives are ruined because something personal got released online and now everyone knows them for that. And especially because of the anonymous relationship with the bully can be much more relentless and aggressive because they don't have to fear being retaliated. So this type of bullying with the extreme aggression can contribute to severe emotional damage. And statistics compiled by the Megan Mayer Foundation have shown that targets of cyberbullying have a much higher risk of self-harm or attempting suicide. So, well, normally we've been talking about mostly teens and young adults. Now we'll be talking about how social media can also affect the society at large. So one of the biggest issues that especially recently has plagued society because of social media is the spread of misinformation. So according to MIT Sloan, misinformation is 70% more likely to be retweeted than true facts. So the openness of the internet just allows everything to be spread everywhere. And people who see these posts maybe on Facebook may not stop to think and check the validity and just assume it's true, especially if it aligns with their current viewpoint. And these people believing it's true will want to spread this information to other people, and eventually it just grows this huge net of people who believe a false truth. So a big result that we found recently because of this spread of information was QAnon and their role. These believers who believe the QAnon theories were one of the main contributors who led the raid on Capitol Hill not too long ago. And based on that event, it's pretty obvious to tell how dangerous this misinformation, especially in the past few years, has become. And even many people are becoming aware of this effect on society, as Pew Research shows that up to 64% of Americans believe that the social media has contributed to a massive polarization of political beliefs in the country, brought about by echo chambers and misinformation online. So together, as much as social media has been an important aspect of connecting us in a convenient way, there are a lot of side effects to it and its effects on human behavior that have had a significant impact on young teens and even society and beliefs or fake news, political opinions, or whatever. So I think it's important to take a look at these issues and figure out how to solve them.